So I have this little thing just to rocking and rolling again. Tick, 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 tick. And I have some guys that would otherwise be standing around. So I put them to work packing patties. We'll be putting on 2, maybe 3 of these, depending how it goes. We are already in the middle of August and we don't have any type of robbing yet, which is quite unusual. So mild flow coming in, still loads of pollen coming in. So this is excellent. The deck is being set for a beautiful winter nest. So my pressure on protein, the bulk protein that these bees need, isn't as severe this year as most years. Well, these were just pulled last week. And the canola is flowing. Oh, there's Carrie actually. She can help us. So we're gonna put a third on these colonies. How did she make out? Well, she didn't pull out too many dead, so I'm counting 3, 4. Pretty good. So if the honey is flowing, we will bring it in. The other half of the apiary is just trickling it in, hardly filling the single box we returned. This side is honey flow. These are the BC bees that we just stripped off last week. Feeding on just the last dregs of canola out there. Hanging on for maybe 5 days to a week. But we're gonna grab as much of it as we can because we have gobs of bees. Look at that. These are Jacob Ackerman queens. Oop, I better hurry up here. You guys are catching up. Look at that. Gobs of bees. These are made up beginning of June. 2.5 pounds of bees. Gobs of bees. And they are timing perfect to some late flow crop that we have out there. Just space it to an 8 frame. So these are filling. They're not right full, but they are filling. So we're giving them another box of space to take it if it comes. It's coming in quick right now. This hot weather is honey making weather, and these crops have deep roots. The late season crop anyway. Gobs of bees. Not seeing too many misses in this yard. All 3 units are banging. Gobs of bees. It's going to be tough sending them down into their little wee 600 units for a couple of weeks. We will let them work. By that time, maybe they will sort themselves a little smaller, but one step at a time. It's amazing, 2.5 pounds of these in the beginning of June. They can grow. And with the power of the 6s, oop, forgot one. Get some rain. Better get this job done. Gobs of bees. Look at this. So much more fun looking after gobs of bees when we have some honey flow coming in. carry out today, just randomly assessing colonies for a mite wash. She's out pulling out dead oats, maybe one or two out of the yard. Just trying to tidy up the corners as we prepare for the second pull, and conducting mite washes randomly throughout the yards, and we're in good shape for mites. The only problem is, even though we're shaking zeros and like 0.25 or 0.3%, those dirty little bastard mites are hiding in the brood. So there's not a lot of phoretic mites within the colony right now, especially diluted over all these forager bees. And she's taking the samples down in the brood nest. So it's buying us some time for mite control. Gobs of bees. These are just like the late season splits. We went through 4 yards of late season splits, adding thirds on, like 3 honey boxes, 1, 2, 3, because they are doing the same thing. These colonies are maturing a little bit later in the season than the mother colonies, the mature colonies. They've matured already and they're already on their downward slope. These ones have matured now, so they're peaking. And this is why we're seeing such a surge, because all the bees, we're using all these bees to capture that bounty that's just out there. So every once in a while we get the timing, we get the opportunity, we keep setting the plate. We don't get it every year. Like last year I missed out because I just didn't have flow. I ended up having the bees later on in the summer. I didn't have the flow. This year I have the bees and the flow. So we're just going to ride this wave as long as it takes us. And this is going to add to my average, because the late nukes, as I added these nukes onto my averages, these nukes become a single unit. That's just the way I count things. The nukes always produce less. We'll get a good, maybe one pull on them, and then the second pull, it's, partials. This year, that second pull right to the end is going to be full, if not full with honey. So it's going to add to my average, which is good.
That's correct. Like the cake, super moist.
Honey's nice and dry. Well, the boards, you still filming?
Hey.
Take a look at the boards, how well they worked. Look at that.
Bees.
The honey house crew is not going to be very angry because they're going to be all cleared.
Off so I can put the foamy on. Alright.
Are you still filming?
I am.
I brought a senior staff who's just at the point of I don't give a shit anymore, and a newbie who has no idea what he's getting himself into, and Carrie that she doesn't have a choice otherwise, and me, I'm like, what the hell?
Okay, we'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Mm-hmm.